Hey, what's up guys, Kid6 here, and today we're going to be going over 5 of my personal favorite things or favorite tips that I can give to you guys that I use in PUBG every time I play the game. Now these will mostly apply to solo. A couple of these can be taken out to be used for duo. I wouldn't recommend a lot of these for squad. But to go and get started, the first question you have to ask yourself is, what type of PUBG player are you? Are you a chicken dinner player, or are you there to literally, how I see it, ruin someone's day? They've gathered all these things and they've suddenly sat still and got comfortable for a second and you've killed him, which I kind of, describe that one a little bit more because that is the one that I mostly play. Keep in mind that most of these tips are exactly how I play, so yeah, that's the first question, is how do you play the game? Do you want a chicken dinner, or are you there to get 15, 20 kills in a game and ruin someone's day? The next question you have to ask, or the next thing you have to master, is playing the blue circle. Now when I say play blue circle, I mean you literally have to be willing to take damage from the blue circle. For sometimes, myself and Kid Quinn took damage for, after I looked back at the video, we took damage from blue circle for probably anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes constantly. And that's simply because I was, kind of, I want to say coaching, but I was just telling him, hey, we have the ability to run out of this simply because we have a lot of medical supplies on us. If you have the medical supplies and you have the timing down, and you know kind of how much, a Red Bull, I know it's not really a Red Bull, but an energy drink is going to give you how much painkillers is going to take the damage away from you, and how much you're going to get back from med kits and I forgot what the big ones are, but first aid kits. If you can kind of gauge when you need to use these things, you can take 2 to 3 minutes worth of damage with no problem whatsoever, and that is one of the biggest things that I found is going to help you out a lot. The reason that helps you out a lot is, if you've been in the blue zone, I want you to think about this. If you've been in the blue zone for 2 or 3 minutes, that means that people have already died from blue zone if they're not prepared, or they are already heading into the white circle. So now you have set yourself up to be comfortable. You can, kind of look over the battlefield, see what is ahead of you, and not really worry about what's behind you. So that's why I say get comfortable with playing the blue circle, because it is a really, really big advantage if you are able, if you have, the medical supplies to do it. If you don't really have a lot, if you have 2 of each of the medical items, I'd say you could probably sit inside of the blue circle for probably a minute if timed correctly, but that possibility is still there. The next one is be comfortable with using the bare minimum when it comes to a weapon. If you have 90 rounds on an M16 and 30 rounds on a pistol, get used to using those things. I'm not saying if you have an AKM, throw it away, but don't get discouraged and have to, pressure yourself into taking shots that aren't necessary and exposing where you are, just because you're trying to, hopefully get that kill and kill someone. Get comfortable with using the minimum if you have to. That way you're not really forced to take, drastic measures to, get things you don't really, or do things you don't really need to do to get ammo or anything like that. That tip mostly comes from the fact of, I don't even carry a secondary. Like, I'll carry, if I find an M16 and an AKM, I'll take the M16, leave the AKM there, and take the ammo. That way someone can take the AKM if they want to, but they have no ammo to shoot me with. And usually I'll take a pistol as long as I have the extended mag on it. But moving right along, the next is scavenging, and these, if you kind of play all these tips together, you'll kind of see where one tip affects all 4 other tips. If you kind of get what I'm saying, no matter what you do, you're gonna end up leading to getting more from the other tips. So an example for that would be, if I'm playing blue and I'm getting behind people, now I'm getting a lot more kills. If I'm getting a lot more kills, I'm able to scavenge off of people. If I'm getting, if I'm only working with a couple weapons, now I'm able to force myself to kind of slow down and take good shots that are going to get me the ability to get up and scavenge off of that person. And scavenging, one of the big things that, you got to get good at scavenging is, this type of playstyle isn't really aggressive, so possibility of being one of the first or second people to get to a drop is really, really unlikely. You have to be willing to take someone dropping an AKM for the AWM so that you have more ammo, and now they only have 30 rounds and they're going to be ahead of you because you're waiting for the blue circle to come. If you kind of get what I'm saying, all these tips kind of play off each other. So if you guys enjoyed the tips, if you think that this could be a type of gameplay that you would like to try, leave me a comment down below and tell me how it went for you guys. If you would also like to see I attempt to stream every Saturday and Sunday, recently I have been streaming just about anything, but if you guys want to see a stream where I kind of demonstrate all these tips kind of put in together, let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.